Taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be.
Hi lifestyle lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Erica and my channel is called It's E Lifestyle, and it's all about creating a good lifestyle. I'm currently sitting in my entryway on the entryway bench, hence what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about jazzing up your entryway, trying to make it more inviting, make it smell good, make it look good, so when guests enter your home, there's that wow factor. So I just want to share some of the things that I did in my entryway in which I believe made a big impact. I do not have a large entryway. This particular place where I'm sitting is directly behind the front door, and then I have my powder room, which is across from where I'm sitting, and then there's a little hallway that goes into an open floor plan. I have 7 things that I want to share with you lifestyle lovers in which I felt made a big impact in my entryway. It doesn't matter if you have a large grand entryway or if you have a smaller entryway such as mine. Small entryways do matter. Regardless of the size of your space, you can incorporate these 7 things into your space. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first particular thing that I want to share is custom doors. I was able to incorporate that into my entryway, and as I stated, depending on your space, maybe you don't have doors in your space, so if you don't, then the custom doors wouldn't apply. This particular door was actually a bifold door. My original plan was just to purchase a door from Home Depot, purchase an interior door, but I actually discovered this idea on Pinterest in which they took the bifold doors and made them into French doors. As you can see, this is where the old knob was on the bifold door, so there is an indentation of that. Not really a fan of bifold doors. I think that you see bifold doors a lot in apartments, and I just wanted a more customized look for my entryway, which is pretty much why I decided to go with this particular DIY project. I did not do it myself, although I probably could have, but a step-by-step instruction of how you turn bifold doors into French doors can be found on Pinterest. So for the second set of doors in which I customized it in my entryway is actually my laundry doors. I get a lot of questions about those laundry doors as to, you know, from where did I purchase them from? How did they do it? So what I did was I went into my local Home Depot store. I found the doors online. I showed them what I wanted. I believe I paid a $35 fee for them to come out and measure the actual space. They did have to do some customization as far as the trim around the door frame, and I believe I paid extra for it. I can't remember how much the doors were, but it really didn't matter because I knew that I wanted those doors. And I actually, in my first home, I had customized pantry doors, so I actually had done this process before and I was familiar with it.
And prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you.
These are the laundry doors. They have the laundry sign on them.
Faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus.
This particular hardware was purchased from Amazon, so I just bought the hardware.
Baby, don't check for me.
And it's not a laundry room, it's actually a laundry closet, because if you open the doors, the washer and dryer are located directly behind the doors. But I think it just gives a nice, sleek look to my entryway. Okay, lifestyle lovers, so the second thing that I want to share that will make a big impact on your entryway is lighting. Now, as I stated before, my entryway is not that big, so of course I did not go over the top with the lighting. But of course, if you have a tall, big, grand entryway, in my opinion, the bigger the better. I pretty much kept it simple. I don't have anything hanging really low because I did not want my guests. It's thundering and lightning outside, lifestyle lovers, though. If you hear noise, that's what it is. But I simply did not want my guests bumping their head when they came into my home. So right here I have a simple flush mount light that was purchased from Home Depot. Here is a view of it.
I'm a hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry.
That is also one of the things, lifestyle lovers, that I changed immediately when I moved into my home. I switched out, I believe, almost all of the light fixtures. And these were some inexpensive light fixtures that I purchased from Home Depot. There was no need for me to, you know, spend a lot of money and get real fancy with the light fixtures, simply because my ceilings are really low. But I think they just add a nice glam touch to my entryway. And in addition to the light fixtures, you want to always use daylight bulbs in your entryway. If you paid attention to the light fixtures, they are really, really bright. And that is simply because I have daylight bulbs installed. It just lights up a space. So in comparison from the daylight bulbs to the soft white bulbs, the soft white bulbs have like a yellow hue to them. Opposed to the actual daylight bulbs, they're bright. You can actually see your true colors as far as your paint color. The daylight bulbs just provide a better lighting as far as the entryway is concerned, lifestyle lovers. And when you look for bulbs, you want to check for the K at the end, which stands for Kelvin. Basically, the higher the number before the K, the brighter the bulb is. So just make sure when you're shopping for your daylight bulbs, keep that in mind. Okay, lifestyle lovers, moving on to the third thing that will make a huge impact in your entryway is seating or storage. Depending on how big your entryway, sometimes you can actually use both. But as I stated, I pretty much had to customize my choice based on my home and what was needed. So my issue with my son is every time he comes in the house, he kicks his shoes off wherever he is. In the kitchen, in the living room. Even when my grandson comes over, his mom may tell him, don't take your shoes off, we're not staying long. He take his shoes off. So when it's time to go, we looking under beds, we looking under sofa to find his shoes. But now that is no longer an issue because of my entryway bench. And it has several compartments for shoes. There is a current pair of shoes down there, which is basically, that is a pair of my son's play shoes. He uses that to take the trash out, take the recycle out, so he can easily access that on the way out the door. And I just have added some pillows for a nice luxe look. These are actually pillow coverings that I purchased from Amazon. And I also have some hooks, which I purchased from Home Depot. I have my grandson. This is his hat that he always leaves. And then we have some masks, readily accessed out the door. And then my son's jacket.
Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life.
So lifestyle lovers, whether you decide to use a entryway bench or a console table, basically depends on your home and your needs. The entryway bench works for my home. Although this area is big enough for a small console table, sometimes we can't find our keys, so we're always looking for our keys when it's time to leave the house. If that will be your particular case, add a console table with a huge bowl. That way, as soon as you walk through the door, drop your keys in the bowl. You don't have to worry about where they are when it's time to leave the house, because you know they're on the console table and that huge bowl right by the exit. So I would definitely recommend some type of storage, some type of seating, just depending on what your individual needs are for you and your family. This definitely has made a big impact in my household. As you can see, I have stuff hanging. I could have easily removed that stuff for the sake of the video just to make it look good, but I wanted you guys to see that we actually use this area. So this entryway bench is exactly what my family needed. Okay, lifestyle lovers, the fourth thing that I want to mention that will make a big impact on your entryway is a mirror. This may be depending on the particular individual, but I like to look at myself before I leave the house. If I glance over at this particular mirror, it helps me remember if I need my shades, if I need my glasses, and I just like to, you know, kind of just take a look in the mirror, honey, before I leave the house. So yes, lifestyle lovers, a mirror is definitely a must-have for me in my entryway, because I can always check myself out before I leave the house. This particular mirror came from Pier 1. I believe it's about 40 inches.
And live my life off screen.
So yes, lifestyle lovers, I definitely think a mirror is a must-have in your entryway. Okay, lifestyle lovers, so the fifth thing that I want to share with you guys that definitely made an impact on my entryway is paint. It's the first thing that people pretty much see once they enter your entryway. So you want to make sure that you keep the baseboards clean, and a good way in order to do that is to just pretty much paint them every 6 months. I think white paint brightens the entire entryway for me. So pretty much besides the front door, which I also painted myself, I painted it black, and I painted all of the trim and all of the doors as you enter my home I believe it's Extra White by Sherwin-Williams. I'm almost positive, and I refresh the baseboards with some Extra White paint as well.
I'm a hiatus. I'm a hiatus. Baby, don't check for me.
I really love my black door, and I think it adds contrast to my entryway. But whatever color you decide to use in your entryway, you know, whether you want to paint your door black, some people also paint it red, simply because it is the first area that people see or encounter when they enter your home. You want to make sure that you refresh the paint and the baseboards on a regular basis. Okay, lifestyle lovers, so the sixth thing that I want to mention that would definitely make an impact to your entryway is decorating vertically. The last thing that you want when someone enters your home is trying to scoot by your beautiful decor. You want to make sure that when people enter your home, they can do it with ease, that they're not going to break anything. So I would not recommend a lot of large breakables if you have a narrow entryway such as myself. As I stated, for those that have the big grand entryway, do your thing, honey, do your thing. But for me, I had to pretty much decorate vertically, which basically have decor placed against the wall. The particular items that I use to decorate the hallway and the entryway are some mirrors that I purchased from Kirkland's. However, you can use wall art. Shelves are also another great idea to decorate vertically, and you can put, you know, whatever you like on the shelf.
You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me.
Right now, now I'm actually loving the panel mirrors. I have had them for quite some time, so I may change them out sometime in the future, but right now I'm loving them. I think they add a nice glam touch to my entryway. And also, as my guests walk through the hallway, they're not worrying about knocking anything over, breaking anything, because it is mounted vertically to the wall. And last but not least, lifestyle lovers, another thing that makes a big impact on your entryway is a runner. The particular runner that I chose, I love it. It's gorgeous. But once it came, I immediately realized that it probably was too light for the entryway.
Don't take it personal, we just building. It's my season, lay foundation, make a name for generations. Please the maker, then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away.
For the most part, I only roll it out when I'm actually expecting guests. Other than that, I pretty much keep it folded up because it's not machine washable. So I would recommend a machine washable runner. That way, if it does get really dirty, you can just throw it in the washer. But this particular runner that I chose would have to be professionally clean. So if I left it out for daily use, basically for me and my son to walk on it as we exit and enter the home, it probably would be filthy. And then of course, when I'm expecting guests or expecting company, I'll roll it out. But a beautiful runner is definitely a great impact to your entryway, regardless of the size. Okay, lifestyle lovers, so that pretty much sums it up for the 7 things that made a big impact in my entryway. As I stated, some of these things may be particular to your lifestyle, but as you guys can see, I do not have a large entryway, and I was able to incorporate all 7 things into my entryway. What actually sparked this video idea was my girlfriend. She's doing some renovations in her home, and she asked me what should she put in the entryway. So she has a huge wall in her entryway, so right now I'm kind of helping her find some sideboard or some cabinets for her particular entryway. She needs a cabinet or a sideboard that's at least 72 inches to fill that space, as well as provide additional storage. So that is what actually sparked this video idea. So when she was asking me what should she add into the entryway, I told her it's pretty much depending on her particular needs for her and her family. But I did advise her, because the wall was so long, I would try to cover as much of the wall space as possible, because if she used a small console table or a small entryway bench such as the one that I have in my entryway, it would pretty much shrink it because it was so small. So it basically depends on your particular space, the size of your space, the needs of your family, as to what you decide to incorporate into your entryway. But I hope I helped someone on this video. I know I mentioned 7 things, but also I want to mention one more thing that you definitely want to incorporate into your entryway, and that's some type of fragrance. Now, my particular entryway, I have a plug-in right when you walk in. Not everyone particularly cares for plug-ins. I've heard someone say that they can make your light bill higher. I'm not sure how true that is. I do have a few throughout my home, but immediately when you walk in, you can smell that plug-in, because I can smell it if I leave and go somewhere and I come back. But if you don't particularly care for plug-ins and you want to be a little bit more discreet, you could actually place those scent packages in discreet places at your entryway. For instance, I could place one behind the entryway pillows, or you may want to place one up under your runner or your entryway rug. Just keep in mind that those packages are oil-based. I had to learn that the hard way. I placed one on top of my entertainment center at the very top, and then when I went to take it down, it was actually embedded into the surface. So I was able to get some of it out, but not all of it. Thank God it's at the very top, so you cannot even see it unless you get on a ladder or a chair to get at the top. But remember, when you purchase those scent packages or envelopes from, I know Kirkland's definitely sells them, and they are available at Bed Bath & Beyond. Those are oil based, so you definitely want to pay attention to where you place them and what type of surfaces you place them on. Okay, lifestyle lovers, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to take something away from it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Comment below and let me know how you jazz or spruce up your entryway. If you have an idea or something that I could incorporate that I did not mention in the video, let me know. Make sure you continue to be safe, stay encouraged, and I'll see you on the next video, lifestyle lovers. Bye.
Taking just be. Don't take it. Taking just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to